Frasier is a show that has touched the hearts of millions, delivering unforgettable characters and moments over its long run. But as we celebrate the beloved cast that brought these characters to life, we must also acknowledge the sadness of losing some of these legendary actors. In this video, we'll pay tribute to 43 cherished stars from Frasier who have sadly passed away, reflecting on their incredible legacies both on and off-screen. From unforgettable guest stars to the core ensemble, these actors left an indelible mark on television history. Their contributions shaped Frasier into the iconic show we know and love today. Stick around as we honor their memories and celebrate the timeless magic they gave us. John Mahoney, Martin Crane. John Mahoney, best known for portraying the lovable Martin Crane on Frasier, brought depth and warmth to the character of Frasier and Niles' no-nonsense father. His portrayal of Martin, a retired cop with a quirky sense of humor, made him a fan favorite. Mahoney's impeccable comedic timing and heartfelt performances earned him widespread acclaim and recognition. Sadly, he passed away in 2018, leaving behind a legacy that still resonates with fans today. His contribution to Frasier remains a cornerstone of the show's success. Kelsey Grammer, Frasier Crane. Kelsey Grammer is iconic for his role as Frasier Crane, a pompous yet endearing psychiatrist with a passion for high culture and fine wine. His portrayal of Frasier, originally a character on Cheers, became the heart of the spin-off Frasier, earning him multiple Emmy Awards. Grammer's sharp wit, emotional depth, and ability to balance humor with vulnerability made Frasier one of television's most beloved characters. Still active in the entertainment industry, Kelsey Grammer continues to bring his talent to both TV and film, with fans eagerly awaiting his return to the character. David Hyde Pierce, Niles Crane. David Hyde Pierce is renowned for his portrayal of Niles Crane, Frasier's neurotic and refined younger brother on Frasier. Niles, with his sharp intellect, high society aspirations, and endless quirks, became one of television's most beloved characters. Pierce's impeccable comedic timing and ability to capture Niles' mix of sophistication and vulnerability earned him multiple Emmy Awards. His chemistry with Kelsey Grammer, Frasier, was a key part of the show's success. Still active in both TV and theater, Pierce continues to captivate audiences with his versatile performances. Peri Gilpin, Roz Doyle. Peri Gilpin is best known for her role as Roz Doyle, the quick-witted and bold radio producer on Frasier. Roz's no-nonsense attitude, sharp humor, and personal struggles made her a standout character on the show. Gilpin brought a perfect blend of sass, warmth, and vulnerability to the role, earning praise for her dynamic performances. Her chemistry with Frasier and the rest of the cast added depth to the show. Still active in Hollywood, Peri Gilpin remains a beloved figure in television and beyond. Jane Leeves, Daphne Moon. Jane Leeves is best remembered for her role as Daphne Moon, the quirky, lovable physical therapist on Frasier. Daphne's British charm, bubbly personality, and unique mix of psychic abilities and down-to-earth nature made her a fan favorite. Leeves effortlessly brought warmth and humor to the character, as well as a touch of vulnerability. Her blossoming romance with Niles Crane added heart to the series. Still active in acting, Jane Leeves continues to captivate audiences, with her portrayal of Daphne leaving a lasting impression in TV history. Dan Butler, Bob Bulldog Briscoe. Dan Butler is known for his role as Bob Bulldog Briscoe, the brash, overconfident sports radio host on Frasier. Bulldog's loud, macho persona often clashed with Frasier's more refined character, creating a hilarious dynamic. Butler expertly portrayed Bulldog's crude humor and egotistical behavior, while also revealing a more vulnerable side beneath the surface. His chemistry with the cast, particularly Frasier, added an extra layer of comedy. Still active in TV and theater, Dan Butler remains a respected and talented actor in the entertainment industry. Bebe Neuwirth, Lilith Sternin. Bebe Neuwirth is best known for her role as Lilith Sternin, Frasier's ex-wife and a brilliant but cold psychiatrist on Frasier. With her sharp, no-nonsense attitude and dry wit, Lilith became one of the most memorable characters in the series. Neuwirth's flawless portrayal of Lilith's complex blend of intellect and emotional detachment made her a standout, especially in her humorous interactions with Frasier. Still active in both TV and theater, Bebe Neuwirth continues to captivate audiences, bringing depth and sophistication to every role she takes on. Edward Hibbert, Gil Chesterton. Edward Hibbert is best known for his role as Gil Chesterton, the pompous and pretentious food critic on Frasier. Gil's sophisticated demeanor, combined with his sarcastic humor and occasional self-absorption, provided endless comedic moments throughout the series. Hibbert's impeccable timing and witty delivery made Gil a perfect foil to the more serious characters, especially Frasier. With his theatrical background, Hibbert added layers to Gil, making him both hilarious and endearing. Still active in theater and television, Edward Hibbert continues to shine in his diverse career. Tom McGowan, Kenny Daly. Tom McGowan is best known for his role as Kenny Daly, the lovable and often bumbling radio station manager on Frasier. Kenny's easygoing personality, mixed with his occasional lack of professionalism, made him a perfect comedic counterpart to the more serious characters. McGowan brought charm and warmth to the role, making Kenny a fan favorite despite his occasional mishaps. His relatable and humorous portrayal added a unique dynamic to the show. Still active in acting, Tom McGowan continues to entertain audiences with his versatile performances. Mahershala Ali Charlie. Mahershala Ali made a memorable appearance on Frasier as Charlie, the sensitive and thoughtful boyfriend of Daphne Moon's mother. Although his role was brief, Ali's portrayal brought warmth and depth to the character. His calm demeanor and sincere interactions with the cast added a layer of tenderness to the show. Ali's performance stood out for its subtle charm, foreshadowing the incredible range he would later showcase in his illustrious career. Still active in Hollywood, Mahershala Ali continues to captivate audiences with his powerful performances. Anna Gunn, Barbara. Anna Gunn appeared on Frasier as Barbara, a love interest for Frasier in a memorable episode. Her portrayal of Barbara was intelligent, confident, and charming, making her an ideal match for Frasier's character. Gunn's performance showcased a blend of sophistication and warmth, with a touch of vulnerability that added depth to the role. Though her time on Frasier was brief, her character left a lasting impression. Still active in film and television, Anna Gunn continues to impress audiences with her dynamic range and compelling performances. David Ogden Stiers, Harold. David Ogden Stiers is remembered for his role as Harold, a wealthy, eccentric man with a tendency to be both pompous and humorous on Frasier. His character's interactions with Frasier and Niles were often filled with sharp wit and comedic tension. Stiers' distinguished voice and ability to blend charm with condescension made him a memorable guest star. His performance brought a unique flair to the series, leaving a lasting impact on fans. Stiers passed away in 2018, but his work in Frasier continues to be celebrated. Sarah Paulson Lily. Sarah Paulson appeared on Frasier as Lily, a quirky and eccentric woman who briefly became a love interest for Niles Crane. Her portrayal was filled with charm and wit, bringing a unique energy to the role. As Lily, Paulson showcased her ability to balance eccentricity with depth, making her character both endearing and unpredictable. Though her role was short, Paulson's performance stood out. Still a prominent figure in Hollywood, Sarah Paulson has gone on to become a celebrated actress known for her versatility and powerful performances. Richard E. Grant, Charles. Richard E. Grant appeared on Frasier as Charles, a pretentious and eccentric British playwright who became an intriguing character in the series. His portrayal of Charles was marked by a mix of highbrow sophistication and humorous arrogance, adding a unique dynamic to the show's ensemble. Grant's sharp wit and distinctive delivery made him a perfect foil for Frasier, creating memorable comedic moments. While his role was brief, Richard E. Grant's performance left a lasting impression. Still active in film and television, he continues to captivate audiences with his diverse roles. Lindsay Sloane, CC. Lindsay Sloane appeared on Frasier as CC, a sharp, confident, and slightly manipulative woman who worked alongside Frasier in the radio world. Her character was known for her competitive nature and quick wit, often clashing with Frasier's ego and offering a witty counterpoint to his personality. Sloane brought a fun, dynamic energy to the role, portraying CC as both charming and calculating. Though her time on Frasier was brief, Lindsay Sloane's performance left a memorable mark. She remains active in film and television, continuing to showcase her talent. Regina Hall Phyllis. Regina Hall appeared on Frasier as Phyllis, a no-nonsense woman who briefly dated Frasier. Her character was assertive, confident, and unapologetically honest, bringing a fresh energy to the show. Hall's portrayal of Phyllis showcased her sharp comedic timing, balancing both humor and sincerity in her interactions with Frasier. Though her role was short-lived, Hall's performance stood out for its strong presence. Still active in Hollywood, Regina Hall continues to impress with her versatile acting skills, starring in both comedic and dramatic roles. Brian Cox, Father Barry. Brian Cox appeared on Frasier as Father Barry, a pompous and somewhat irritable Catholic priest. His character was often at odds with Frasier's intellectual, sometimes pretentious demeanor, leading to humorous interactions. Cox's portrayal of Father Barry was filled with dry humor and sharp wit, making the character both memorable and comedic. His ability to balance authority with subtle vulnerability added depth to the role. Though his appearance was brief, Brian Cox's performance left a lasting impression. Still active, Cox continues to impress audiences with his powerful acting. Julia Sweeney, a bartender. Julia Sweeney appeared on Frasier as a bartender in a memorable guest appearance. Her portrayal was quirky and endearing, capturing the essence of a no-nonsense, straightforward woman with a sense of humor. As the bartender, she had amusing interactions with Frasier and the rest of the gang, offering a refreshing contrast to the more refined characters. Sweeney's performance was lighthearted yet grounded, providing comedic relief in a unique way. Still active in film and television, Julia Sweeney continues to bring her signature humor and talent to her roles. Clint Howard, the unnamed character who works with Frasier. Clint Howard appeared on Frasier as an unnamed character who worked with Frasier at the radio station. Although his role was brief, Howard's performance brought a quirky charm to the character, adding a layer of comedic absurdity. His interactions with Frasier were humorous, with Howard's offbeat style contrasting nicely against Frasier's more polished persona. Despite his small role, Clint Howard's presence stood out for its humor and uniqueness. Still active in film and TV, Clint Howard continues to captivate audiences with his diverse and often eccentric performances. Roger Rees, Donnie. Roger Rees played Donnie, the charming but slightly clueless attorney who briefly became engaged to Daphne Moon on Frasier. Donnie's character was a mix of well-meaning but socially awkward, often creating comedic tension with Daphne and the rest of the cast. Rees portrayed Donnie with a perfect blend of earnestness and endearing obliviousness, making him both lovable and frustrating. His interactions with Daphne added humor and heart to the series. Roger Rees's performance as Donnie remains a memorable part of Frasier, showcasing his versatile comedic talent. Tom Selleck, Dr. Richard Burke. Tom Selleck played Dr. Richard Burke, a charming, suave doctor and Frasier's romantic rival for Lilith's affections on Frasier. Burke's confident, laid-back demeanor contrasted with Frasier's often uptight personality, leading to both comedic and tense moments. Selleck portrayed Richard with a perfect mix of wit, charisma, and understated charm, making him a compelling and likable character. His brief but memorable appearance added an extra layer of complexity to the show's dynamic. Tom Selleck's performance as Dr. Burke remains a standout in Frasier's memorable guest roles. Kurt Fuller Scott. Kurt Fuller played Scott, a wealthy and somewhat obnoxious businessman who briefly dates Roz Doyle on Frasier. His portrayal of Scott was marked by a mix of arrogance and entitlement, creating a comedic foil to Roz's more grounded personality. Fuller's performance highlighted Scott's lack of self-awareness and tendency to push boundaries, often leading to humorous situations. Despite his brash character, Scott's interactions with Roz provided both humor and moments of vulnerability. Kurt Fuller's performance as Scott left a lasting impression, showcasing his comedic talent. Katie Sagal Marie. Katie Sagal appeared on Frasier as Marie, a woman whom Frasier dates in a memorable episode. Marie was a free-spirited, confident character, bringing an energetic and refreshing dynamic to the show. Segal's portrayal of Marie blended warmth, humor, and a touch of unpredictability, making her a fun and memorable love interest for Frasier. Her interactions with Frasier were filled with witty banter, highlighting her strong personality and Frasier's insecurities. Katey Sagal's performance as Marie showcased her natural comedic talent and versatility as an actress. Sean Hayes, Kenny's new assistant. Sean Hayes made a memorable appearance on Frasier as Kenny Daly's new assistant. His character was quirky, energetic, and eager to prove himself, providing a comedic contrast to the more laid-back Kenny. Hayes brought his trademark comedic timing and physicality to the role, making his interactions with the main cast, especially Kenny, both humorous and endearing. Although his time on Frasier was brief, Sean Hayes' performance left a lasting impression, showcasing his natural ability to elevate any scene with his vibrant and engaging energy. Amy Brenneman, Karen. Amy Brenneman appeared on Frasier as Karen, a no-nonsense, strong-willed woman who briefly dates Frasier. Her portrayal of Karen was confident, assertive, and a perfect match for Frasier's often neurotic personality. Brenneman's performance brought a refreshing balance of humor and grounded realism to the character, with Karen's straightforwardness serving as both a challenge and a compliment to Frasier's eccentricities. Though her role was short-lived, Brenneman's chemistry with the cast and natural comedic talent made her portrayal of Karen memorable. She continues to act in both television and film. Matthew Fox, a lawyer. Matthew Fox appeared on Frasier as a lawyer in a brief but memorable guest role. His character was serious, composed, and professional, providing a stark contrast to the more eccentric personalities on the show. Fox's portrayal brought a touch of charm and stoicism to the role, adding a sense of credibility and authority. Though his time on the show was short, Fox's ability to deliver his lines with subtle humor and confidence showcased his acting range. He went on to greater fame with Lost, solidifying his career in Hollywood. Terry Bradshaw, himself. Terry Bradshaw made a memorable appearance on Frasier as himself, playing a slightly exaggerated version of his celebrity persona. In the episode, Bradshaw's larger-than-life character brings a comedic energy to the show, especially with his easygoing and humorous interactions with Frasier and the gang. Bradshaw's performance was lighthearted, playing into his reputation as a charismatic and somewhat goofy football legend. His charm and humor added a fun dynamic to the episode. Though his role was brief, Bradshaw's natural comedic presence made his appearance unforgettable. James Patrick Stewart, Stewart. James Patrick Stewart appeared on Frasier as Stewart, a charming and slightly clueless man who dates Daphne's mother, Gertrude. Stewart's character was portrayed as well-meaning but often awkward, adding a comedic contrast to Daphne's more grounded family. Stewart's lighthearted and somewhat gullible nature created humorous moments, particularly in his interactions with Daphne's eccentric relatives. Stewart's character may not have been on screen long, but Stewart's performance brought warmth and charm to the role, highlighting James Patrick Stewart's talent for blending humor and sincerity. Annabelle Gurwitch, Janet. Annabelle Gurwitch appeared on Frasier as Janet, a quirky and outspoken woman who briefly dates Frasier. Her portrayal of Janet was brash, confident, and unapologetically bold, creating an interesting dynamic with Frasier's more refined personality. Gurwitch played Janet with a mix of humor and sincerity, highlighting her character's free-spirited nature, while also bringing a dose of vulnerability. Her interactions with Frasier were filled with sharp wit, and she often brought out Frasier's awkwardness in a comedic way. Although her role was brief, Annabelle Gurwitch's performance as Janet left a lasting impression on fans. Clancy Brown Terry. Clancy Brown appeared on Frasier as Terry, a tough, no-nonsense police officer who briefly dates Daphne's mother, Gertrude. Terry's character was marked by his gruff demeanor and straightforward approach to life, offering a sharp contrast to the more neurotic personalities around him. Brown's portrayal of Terry brought a strong, grounded energy to the role, using his deep voice and commanding presence to create a sense of authority. His interactions with Gertrude and the rest of the gang were humorous, adding a touch of toughness to the show's more comedic elements. Brown's performance was both memorable and engaging. Jack Riley, Mr. Dickerman. Jack Riley played Mr. Dickerman, a quirky and somewhat eccentric neighbor of Frasier and Niles on Frasier. His character was often seen as grumpy and a bit of a nuisance, but he brought a unique charm to the role. Riley's portrayal of Mr. Dickerman was marked by dry humor and a touch of endearing awkwardness, often providing comic relief in his brief appearances. Whether he was offering unsolicited advice or causing minor disruptions, Mr. Dickerman's interactions with Frasier and Niles were always entertaining. Jack Riley's performance added a memorable layer of comedy to the show's ensemble. Daryl Hannah, Dr. Diana. Daryl Hannah appeared on Frasier as Dr. Diana, a beautiful and intelligent woman who briefly becomes a love interest for Frasier. Diana was a fellow psychiatrist, exuding confidence, charm, and sophistication. Hannah portrayed her character with a mix of elegance and subtle emotional complexity, highlighting Diana's intellectual depth and self-assured nature. Her relationship with Frasier was both amusing and challenging, as their dynamic often revealed Frasier's insecurities. Although her role was short-lived, Daryl Hannah's performance as Dr. Diana brought a refreshing blend of grace and sharp wit to the series. As we reflect on the talented actors who helped make Frasier such a beloved show, it's clear that their legacies continue to live on through their unforgettable performances. Though they may no longer be with us, their contributions have left an indelible mark on television history. We hope this tribute has reminded you of the incredible talent that made Frasier so special. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you never miss out on more deep dives into your favorite shows. Let us know your favorite Frasier moment in the comments.